again. Hi, good morning people, I'm Alan Nosh from FishOn TV, just that slightly, and it is Wednesday the 3rd of August, and you're joining me at the famous Southfield Reservoir, Breamecca. Anyway, it can produce and it can destroy. It's one of those places, unfortunately. And I am fishing the Qualifier 8 of the Feederking, and as you've just seen, I have drawn peg 68. I almost forgot what I got then. Charlie's on 60, Charlie Simpson on 65, John Murray's up here somewhere. He's promised not to kick me head in, Dave. Just been having a chat with John Murray. Wind, we think the wind's in his face, but we'll soon find out when we get up there. That's not a bad thing. It's quite warm. It's 21 degrees, so it's quite warm. I know you're thinking, is it a good area, is it a bad area? Don't know. You just don't know with Southfield. You're either on them or you're not, and they can come from anywhere. Down towards the canal bank has been producing quite consistent, but it's not, that's to win the match, but you've got to win your zone of 20, and I think my zone is from 51 to 70, I've just been told, I think. So I've not got far to walk. I'm up this top end. A guy was telling us the other day, he came pleasure fishing the other day and he had loads of roach. In fact, he's just in front of me there, but you just don't know. We'll see. We shall see how we get on. It's bream fishing, pretty much the same tactics as you've seen me do before. It'll be ground bait, casters, maggots, pinkies, maybe a few pieces of corn and red worms and chopworm. That's the main ingredient for bream fishing. That's what I'll be using today. A few little things that you can mix and change to make a little difference, hopefully. And we'll see how we get on. So let me get my gear out because they're all getting packed up and ready. And I shall see you on the bank in a jiffy. Right, peg 68. I can't see. Peg 68. As you can hear, and I apologise, blowing an absolute hoolie. Perfect. Only trouble is that sun up there, we don't like that. We don't like that when we're bream fishing. Right, won't rub it on too much because it is windy and it's no good. So basically it's dead reds, pinkies, casters, ground bait, a bit of corn, red worms, and some worms. I have some worms to chop up yet. Lines, it's silty, really silty in spots around here, very silty. And I've used quite a heavy bomb to sort of find out where the silty bits are. But I found an area in front of me with the wind blowing towards me. I don't think we need to go a million miles today. 30 metres, between 25 and 30 metres, but I've decided to go for 30 metres. I can land that bomb on it and it pulls through quite easy. At 43 metres, it's the same. One slightly to the left, one slightly to the right. Believe it or not, on both sims, if I go one way or the other, it's silty. I'm just on an area that's quite firm on both lines. Right, I'm not going to rub it on too much because this wind will be making a right racket. So there are my lines, I'm all ready. I've got Charlie Simpson, we've got John Murray. I think he's looking for Dave Wood. He's going to kick his head in. Right, I don't know the names of these guys to my right and left, but that's it. Bait them up, get fishing, see if we can catch a few breams. Well, we're an hour in. Not had a sign on the long line. I've just gone on my short line, folks. Oh, just got him in time. Oh, pulled out. Just get that. And we just got him in time, just as the hook pulled out. 2 bits of worm. Little skimmer. There we go, folks, little skimmer, first bite of the day. Actually, it wasn't. It's the second bite. I just had a little tug earlier. And there's been a couple of little fish caught down to my left as well. So just thought I'd give you that little update. Oh, it's out. Right, since I've gone on my short line, I've had 3 or 4 roach and I've been getting a bite a chuck. And I've only had 4 or 5 chucks. It's not a bream, I don't think, but it's a better skimmer. I've had a skimmer and thought, oh, well, that is pulling a bit better actually. But that, literally, I didn't even have time to put my timer on, just went straight round, just as I was tightening up. Getting on 2 bits of worm, roach, little skimmer, and this one. I don't think it's the biggest, but it's not bad. It's bigger than what I thought, a lot bigger than what I thought. Let's see if we can get him in. Yes, that'll do. That's a hell of a lot bigger than what I thought. He's got to be £3 at least. That's not bad, folks, is it? Right, let me get this hook out, get back in, so we can get another. Right, I know I kept that one short because I noticed the hook had caught on the keep now and I needed to get it out. I had to change my hook length. Back on the short line. And then I've just had a little roach, which I didn't show you. I've refed the long line because I've just got a feeling there's I whistled then. I've just got a feeling that there's got to be a couple of bream come from that 40 metre line, 43 metre line. And I was shocked at that. It didn't feel like a big bream like that. I mean, that was proper slab, that one. 3.5, maybe 4, I don't know. It's hard. I can't judge them. So there's a few bits and bobs. There's people on telephones. Obviously, somebody's seen me catch that bream. I think they've had a few bits to my right. That's Pete. I think he's had a couple of little skimmers and roach. But it's funny because what I can't weigh up is these roach were biting almost immediately. And then it went funny. And then I had a little roach, and then I've had that slab straight after. It's just like, I don't know whether if there's bream in there, if it puts the roach off. I don't know, I can't weigh it up. I had like 6 bites in 6 casts in less than 2 minutes. That bream within 20 seconds must have landed on its head. And it just seems a bit weird now. I had to wait 5 minutes for that little roach. Nothing for Southfield. But when you're getting bites immediately, just wondering what's going on. I don't know. They must sort of have a quick visit and move on. So that's why I've refed the long line. I think you've just got to do, just in case this dries up, let's get back out there. So every 15 minutes I'll refeed that long line and then I can go back on it. What I will say is, little roach tap there. Whether it's coincidence again or not, I don't know. I slop some ground bait up, pour it in the feeder, and then I started getting bites immediately. I've just done it again now, but again, is it coincidence or is it because I've slopped the ground bait up that it's worked? We'll never know. But it worked for me. I've not really kept my eye on what people are doing down there because these bites are just little taps. Like that one. That'll be a little roach, I reckon. You never know whether they're still on or not. You like go smooth and then you get a little tap now and again. But this is most bites I've had in like at Southfield for a long time. I'm guessing it must be fishing okay elsewhere. Oh, that's a bit dangerous, that roach is a bit bigger than I thought. Swinging him in. Confidence, folks, confidence. Nice little roach. Seems to be a lot of those knocking about. I haven't had any roach out of here for absolutely ages. Good to see. Just wish they were all breams. Right, let me get back in, folks. Right, folks. I haven't had a bite for ages on the short line. It's funny because the guy to my right's catching. Skimmer's around about £1 or so. I've kept refeeding my long line, and 6 minutes in, it's gone round. I think it's a bream. Pretty sure it is. Let's hope it's as good as the last one. It's as good as the last one. Nice fish. Ah, lovely. And I've noticed a few landing nets going out further down to my left. So there's fish being caught, and I've no idea how I'm doing. This wind's a pain holding that landing net. So there we go, folks. That's another bream, a little skimmer, half a dozen roach or so, maybe a few more. Ticking over nicely, and we've got 2 hours and 25 minutes left, so it'd be nice to get another 3 or 4 of those, wouldn't it? Right, let me get baited back up. I've been getting indications on long line, but I think they've been tiddlers. I think this is a skimmer, small skimmer. Pete to my right's had a few round about £1 or so. It's Graham on my left, he's had 1 or 2. That's why the bite was like it was. I think it's an hybrid. It is. It's an hybrid. Right bite that. You'd have to throw it round. We'll take those though. Just keep topping the weight up. That's what we're after, folks. That's what we're after. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a beauty. I thought it was going to be a beast. But we're doing alright. We can't complain. Right, I'm just going to top my short line up and then we'll get back out. Right, I've baited that up, back out there now. What has he got one? Oh, there's a guy caught a bream there, I think, to my right, to my left. I don't know my left from my right. It's going to be quite close, this, because there's fish being caught everywhere. This Pete outside me says he's got about £4. I've got about 7, maybe 8. I don't know, I'm crap at guessing them breams, skimmers and roach. I've got a little skimmer, an hybrid, half a dozen little roach and 2 bream. I don't know whether it's bream £3, £3.5, I don't know. Maybe 4, I don't know. And he's definitely had a bream earlier. And he's had a couple of skimmers, so I don't know the guy who it is. He's 2 down from me. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's a skimmer, but it's a decent skimmer. A couple of £1 maybe. So he must have £6. He might have more, I'm not sure. So I definitely, and I don't know anybody else is going on down there. I just can't see him. All I can see is rods out. Keep seeing a landing net go out now and again. So that's your update. An hour and 40 minutes to go. 2 or 3 bream now would be lovely. Right, that's your update, folks. We're doing okay, we're doing okay. Right, Pete to my right's had a bream. Right to the left's had a decent skimmer, so I don't think there's a lot in it, folks. This is only a little one. Might be a roach or a little skimmer. Yeah, a little skimmer. Need quite a few more of those, me thinks. Oh, that's taking it well. God, and done it. Well, better than nothing, folks. Better than nothing. Right. No idea how anybody's getting on. Too busy watching me tip. Apart from these guys here. Right, let's get back in. Right, there is 20 minutes to go. He's just had a nice skimmer there. I think Pete's in front of me now. His skimmers have been quite a bit bigger than ones I've been getting. I've just had a little roach which I've put it in net. Only about an ounce or two. But he skedaddled out of my hand and went in fucking reservoir. What an idiot. Not concentrating. If I lose by an ounce I'll be gutted. Guy 2 down from me. I'm not sure if he could be beating me as well. It's close, I think. I think we've got between 7 and 10 pounds, us, the 3 that I'm mentioning. Pete, guy 2 down. Oh. That might be a skimmer. Oh, I want a bream. I've gone on my long line. Convinced I'll get a bream out there, but if this is a fish, I can't really tell if there's a fish on or not. Can't feel it rattling. If it is, it's a tiddler. Could be a skimmer. Let's see, I think there's one on there. It's only small. No. Thought I'd got one there, folks. Nice positive pull. It's them little roach, they're about 2 ounce. So it's close. It's very close. Now let me get back out and see if we can get a bream from out there. Right, Pete's just had a bream. I don't think this is a bream, I think it's a skimmer. And I think Pete's winning it now, this section, and maybe zone. This is definitely not a bream. Doesn't feel heavy enough. About 4 minutes to go. There we go, folks. I'll get this one hooked and get cast back in. It's not enough. I could have done with that being a decent sized bream. See you in a bit. Right, we are all waiting, folks. It is the day after. I've just finished work, so see if I can remember what went off yesterday. All I will say is there were plenty of bites to be had by everybody yesterday. A lot of roach showing, a lot of small skimmers. I'm on about things this sort of size. There's quite a few of them I don't think I showed you. You're just swinging those little roach in. Peg 67. So I've put 6 feederfuls. Look, I've gone quite positive. I've gone more positive than I have been doing. With all that wind, putting a few decent sized feederfuls in. I don't think it's going to spook them as much when it's that blustery. It won't half blowing a hoolie. So the 2 lines, 43 metres. Nice clear spot, nice hard bottom there for me. Anything left or right or further, the bomb was plugging. I spent a good 20 minutes sort of plumbing about. I could have gone shorter on my short line. I found a lovely area at 30 metres, which was slightly to the left. I could have probably gone 25 metres, I think. Anything short of that, it plugged, and then even short than that, it was okay. So I could have gone 16 metres. It seemed okay at about 16 metres as well. But I decided on 30. I know they've been catching on 30. It did cross my mind, wind blowing in, will they come in quite a bit shorter? And 1 or 2 have caught shorter. I think Nick Speed's caught at about 20 metres. He asked Tommy Pickering what he thought, and I think he's caught at 20 metres. He was in my zone as well, so was Graham Lewis. I think I've probably come about 5th in my zone. Pete to my right, he's ended up weighing in 13 pound. He had a bream at the end. It was quite close between me and him until he landed that one, and his skimmers were quite a bit bigger than mine. My skimmers that I caught were only sort of 5 ounce, 6 ounce tops. A couple of hybrids, they were the same sort of size. His looked like they were like on the pound size. I might be wrong, it's hard to tell when you're looking to the next peg, but they were definitely bigger than mine. So he's fishing nice matches, Pete. The long line, I stayed on it for quite patient to start with because I knew there were plenty of bait out there. I've been having sort of 10 up to 12 minute casts, and I didn't have a sign for the first hour, and neither did anybody else. Nobody had caught a fish. I saw Charlie Simpson get one a bit further down to my left, small skimmer, and a guy 2 down from me, he was catching right from the off. Skimmers round about sort of ½ pound up to 12 ounce they look like, and he had quite a few of them. But he was getting them on his long line, so same sort of distance as me. It might have been a little bit further, I would say. Certainly no more than 50. I've gone on my short line after an hour or so, and I've had more bites there in 20 minutes than I've had in a whole match. Well, I've been Waterlick there 3 times. Unbelievable bites straight away. A couple of little hybrids, some small roach, little skimmer, and literally on the sort of 5th or 6th cast, I think it was, cast it out, just tightened my line up, whack, straight round, bream. I didn't realise it was as big as what it was until it surfaced. It didn't feel like the bream feeling there when I've been fishing there before, and it came to the top, and it was a good 3 pound. So more than happy with that. Gone straight back out, and then I've not had a bite for half an hour. Unbelievable. Or did I get a roach? I can't remember if I had another little roach, but it just stopped. So I've put 2 feederfuls in. When I say 2 feederfuls, I've had a couple of 2-minute casts, because I was getting bites sort of within 3 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, and nothing. Gone out onto my long line, and eventually I've hooked another bream. So there's about, I'm sure I said there were a couple of hours or so to go. I think I've probably got about 6 or 7 pound in the net. Quite happy with that. Definitely in front of Pete, and then he's hooked into a few bream. And it felt quite close to start with, but I couldn't tell who was catching to my left. I couldn't quite say. I saw landing nets going out, couldn't make out who it was. But yes, I've come 5th in my zone. I've come 2nd. Oh, was it 2nd? Yes, 2nd in my section. I've ended up weighing 8 pound 5 ounces. Not a bad day, really. Some people have caught a lot less, and a few people have caught quite a bit more.
But I've thoroughly enjoyed that. When you're getting bites regular, you find a bit of a pattern and you feel like things that you're trying are working a little bit. You know, you're trying to fathom things out, what they're wanting. And there's one thing that was evident that day. I did try maggot, I did try pinkies. I tried a couple of maggots with pinkies, just pinkies. The bait on the day, and from when I've spoke to a few others, was definitely worm. It's been worm throughout the whole reservoir, I think, from what I've been told. I could be wrong, but worm seemed to be the bait. Thoroughly enjoyed the day, so I can't complain. Graham Lewis, he's done it for is it the third or fourth time in a row. He's fished one match and qualified every single time. So Graham Lewis, he's won our zone with £20. I think he was next to John Murray. I think Nick Speed ended up with £17, just a few pegs away. So Graham Lewis, you are our zone's mightiest fisherman. So good luck in the final, pal. I think is it your fourth? I can't remember if it's the fourth final. So good luck in the final, pal. Wish you the very best. And I can't remember who the other qualifiers are. I think the match win was £24. I can't remember who it was. I'd have to have a look on the internet. And then I think another guy's qualifier with about £14, something like that. So all the best in the final, guys, whoever you are. So I hope you've enjoyed today's little bit more action at Southfield Reservoir. I've got 2 more tickets. I've also got a ticket at Southfield for Feeder Masters. Really looking forward to them. So just hope the fishing stays like that and drop on a few more bigger skimmers and a few more breams. So I hope you enjoyed today's little video. Don't forget, folks, it is absolutely free to subscribe to my channel. And if you click the notification bell, you will get all our videos as we upload them, and a thumbs up would be very, very nice. So where am I next? Oh, I'm with the old boys at Torn Bank, so that's been fishing quite well. Apparently paste is working there, so I might have to get my paste rigs out and have a bash with a bit of paste fishing. So until next time, folks, take care and don't forget, fish on.